Many people wish for a long, healthy life filled with loving friends and family, stimulating activities, and good health. However, this is not a daydream. In fact, many older people have passed the age of 100 and are still in good health. The question is, how do they maintain such excellent health and a positive outlook? Watch until the end to learn about Apo Whang Od's diet and exercise regimen. It will change your life. In this special video, we'll show you how Apo Whang Od, one of the oldest women on the planet, maintains her youthful appearance and vibrant health. The people who live in the highlands of Buscalan have never experienced life in a city, and although city life can be exciting and fun, it can also be demanding, exhausting, and full of pressure. At times, I find myself jealous of them because they get to wake up to the beauty of nature every day and go to sleep to its good night greeting. Even in the city, you can never replicate the feeling of a cool, early breeze. I also wish I had a granny from this village who was as spunky as Apo Whang. She was in excellent health and full of life even at the advanced age of 106. It should come as no surprise that longevity has recently gained popularity in the health community. To live a long and healthy life, one must embrace every moment of it. While it may seem impossible, it is possible to achieve this. Whang Od, a talented tattoo artist from Buscalan, was taught the art form by his father when he was a teenager. She has been recognized as the oldest living traditional Kalinga tattoo artist in the Philippines, earning her the nickname Babatok. In the past, the majority of her clients were butt native fighters. Even though Mrs. Whang Od is in her advanced years and can no longer farm, care for the children, do housework, feed the poultry, or even walk in and out of their community, people travel from all over the world to get tattoos from her. The question is, though, what precisely is the secret to her long life and excellent health? If you want to live a longer life, pay close attention and prepare to take notes because we have found the most important secrets of aging, like Wang Strange, which you may be surprised to hear. Let's start by discussing the organic diet. Even though the villages don't have a lot of fresh produce, in particular, the women survive on cultivating and consuming harvested rice. According to Whang Od's niece Estella, who looks after her, they gather wild sunflowers to plant in their paddy fields instead of using chemical fertilizers. They also gather the legumes and tubers that Whang Od cultivates. Like many other people, Whang Od prefers to eat food that has been produced without the use of pesticides or other additives at any point during the growing process. Grains, fruits, vegetables, and dairy products like milk, cheese, and beef all fit into this category. The question now is eating organic food healthier for you? Research that compare foods cultivated traditionally and organically have shown contradicting results for nutrient composition is likely due to the inherent variability in food processing and manufacturing. But the data suggests that organically produced foods may have healthier antioxidants. Certain micronutrients, such as vitamin C, zinc, and iron, have been shown in multiple older tests to be more abundant in organic foods. Experts claim that choosing organic foods may be particularly beneficial for vulnerable populations, such as expectant mothers, young children, the elderly, and those with allergies. By adopting an organic diet, you can boost your immune system and lower your exposure to dangerous chemicals, thereby enabling you to live a long and healthy life like Apo less meat. Longer life expectancy despite her advanced age. Mrs. Whang Od can carry on farming, tending to children, cleaning, feeding poultry, and getting tattoos. Stella mentioned that although Whang Od and the other elders generally consume vegetarianism, they do occasionally eat meat, such as when Estella makes fried chicken, which her aunt only occasionally eats. But Mrs. Whang Od prefers pork and eats seafood infrequently. Her intake of beef was also limited, and she cooks with less salt and water and follows a more Spartan diet. Let's examine medical research in relation to Whang Od's decision to eat less meat. Adopting a plant-based diet is easier than ever before. To start, look for some enticing vegetarian dishes that are quick and easy. High intakes of cholesterol and saturated fat are significant contributors to cardiovascular disease, just as processed foods like deli meat, bacon, and sausage tend to have too much sodium. Regular consumption of red meat is associated with a higher chance of developing cancer, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. So follow Mrs. Wang's lead and eat less meat to lead a young, healthy life. The ladies of the But tribe were taught from an early age to sow seeds, while the men learned the art of harvesting. Estella mentioned that Mrs. Whang Od had worked on the land for a long time. It's important to use flavors and ingredients that everyone in the family will appreciate. Try going vegetarian once a week if you like it. You can gradually increase that number. Your cardiovascular system and stomach will be grateful in the long run. Even though tattooing is far more complicated than farming, Estella remembers that she decided to give up her hard work of growing rice when she was 80 years old. As a result, she led a modest lifestyle despite her fame and wealth. Even her grandmother continued to grow vegetables for the family. Her weekly regimen also consists of a 30-minute walk to the village market through rice fields and streams, which has a profoundly healing impact on her health. Do you want to live a longer life? You can still reap the benefits of exercise, even if you haven't been active for a while. You don't need to train like an Olympic athlete to live a longer life. Regular, moderate activity like brisk walking has been shown to increase life expectancy. Before beginning any new fitness regimen, consult your doctor. Depending on your current health, your doctor may recommend particular types and quantities of exercise. Enjoy the small things in life. Having a good view on life may extend your life expectancy, in addition to improving your mood, according to a recent study. When Mrs. Whang Od was 15 years old, she started creating Mambabatak. At that time, a woman's appearance was determined by the quantity of tribal tattoos she had. The tribe's ideals of beauty have since changed, but they are also skilled with makeup. Mrs. Whang Od claims that her greatest happiness comes from her collection of red lipsticks. Estella reports that her aunt kept a sizable collection of red lipsticks, which she frequently shared with the other women in the community. Happiness has been shown to extend life by a significant margin. During a 5-year study, those who reported higher satisfaction levels had a 3.7% lower risk of dying prematurely. Those who reported the highest levels of happiness at 22 were 2.5 times more likely to live to be 60 years later. Numerous studies have found that optimism protects against cardiovascular disease, decreased lung function, and capacity. Also, a positive perspective has been associated with a lower risk of dying from infectious illnesses and cancer. Mrs. Whang Od serves as an example of how to live a long, healthy life is enjoying your later years in good health, and for as long as possible is feasible with a dedication to attaining an active routine of frequent exercise, a nutritious diet, and ample relaxation. Following these guidelines will increase your chances of living to be 100 years of age. What is the most shocking thing you learned about Mrs. Wang's lifestyle? Are you planning to try and outlive her? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insightful videos and updates. Please make sure you're well and up to date. We'll talk again soon.